जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. श्री राधा गोविंद भगवान की जय, श्री श्री गौनिताय की जय, शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। तो जी कैमरा का कैमरा इधर कर देंगे ना, पीछे की रोशनी नहीं आएगी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, घुमा दीजिए।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, क्लियर है ना?
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं
नारायणं
नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये।
ततो जयमुदीरये।
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवति सेवया
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भगवती
उत्तमश्लोके
भवती नैष्टिकी।
द्वैते भवति नैष्ठिकी।
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 30, Verse number 3. Maitreya Uvacha.
मैत्रेयोवाच
Maitreya Uvacha.
मैत्रेयोवाच
Prachetaso antar uddho.
प्रचेतसोऽन्तरोद्धो
Prachetaso antar uddho.
प्रचेतसोऽन्तरोद्धो
Pitur adeshakariणः.
पितुरादेशकारिणः
पितुर आदेशकारिणः
पितुरादेशकारिणः
यज्ञेन तपसा
जप्यज्ञेन तपसा
यज्ञेन तपसा
जपयज्ञेन तपसा
पुरञ्जनम् अतोषणम्
पुरञ्जनं जनम्
पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्
पुरञ्जनं तोषयन्
प्रचेतसो अन्तर्उद्धो
प्रचेतसोऽन्तरोद्धो
पितुर आदेशकारिणः
पितुरादेशकारिणः
यज्ञेन तपसा
जपयज्ञेन तपसा
पुरञ्जनम् पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्
पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्
चेतसो अन्तर्उद्धो
प्रचेतसोऽन्तरोद्धो
आदेशकारिणः
पितुरादेशकारिणः
यज्ञेन तपसा
जपयज्ञेन तपसा
पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्
पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्।
मैत्रेय उवाच प्रचेतसो अन्तर्उद्धो
प्रचेतसो अन्तर्उदरो
पितुरादेशकारिणः जप्यज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्
पुरञ्जनम्
मैत्रेय
अतोषयन्।
उवाच
मैत्रेय उवाच
प्रचेतसो अन्तर्उद्धो
प्रचेत अन्तसोरुद्धो
पितुरादेशकारिणः जप्यज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन् मैत्रेय उवाच प्रचेतसो अन्तरुद्धो पितुरादेशकारिणः जपयज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन् मैत्रेय उवाच प्रचेतसो अन्तरुद्धो पितुरादेशकारिणः जपयज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्. Thank you. Online devotees want to chant?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Damra Pranam. प्रचेतसो अन्तर्उद्धो पितुरादेशकारिणः जप्यज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
हरे
हरे कृष्ण
कृष्णा
प्रभु जी।
प्रभुजी हरे कृष्णा प्रभुजी मैत्रेय उवाच प्रचेतोषानरुद्धौ पितुरादेशकारिणः जपे यज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनो मतोषयन् हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। मैत्रेय उवाच प्रचेतस अन्तर्उधो पितुरादेशकारिणः यपयज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयम्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी। मैत्रेय उवाच प्रचेतसो अन्तर्उदधौ पितुरादेशकारिणः जप यज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी। मैत्रेय उवाच प्रचेतसो अन्तरुदधो पितुरादेशकारिणः जपयज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनम् अतोषयन्। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी। मैत्रेय उवाच प्रचेतसो अन्तर्उद्धौ पितुरादीनकारिणः जय जप यज्ञेन तपसा पुरञ्जनादोक्षयन्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी। थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you everyone. We'll look at the synonyms now. Maitreya uvacha. Maitreya said, Prachetasaha, the prachetas, Antaha, within, Udadau, the sea, Pituhu, of their father, Adesha Karinaha, the order carriers, Japa Yagnena, by chanting mantras, Tapasa, under severe austerities, Puram Janam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Atoshayan, satisfied. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The great sage Maitreya said, the sons of King Prachina Barihi, known as the Prachetas, underwent severe austerities within the sea water to carry out the order of their father. By chanting and repeating the mantras given by Lord Shiva, they were able to satisfy Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kindly repeat. The great sage Maitreya said, the sons of King Prachina Barihi,
The sons of King Prachina Barihi,
known as the Prachetas,
known as the Prachetas,
underwent severe austerities
underwent severe austerities
within the sea water
within the sea water
to carry out the order of their father.
to carry out the order of their father.
By chanting and repeating the mantras
By chanting and repeating the mantras
given by Lord Shiva,
given by
by
Lord
Lord
Shiva,
Shiva,
they were able to satisfy Lord Vishnu,
they were able
able
to
to
satisfy Lord
satisfy Lord
Vishnu,
Vishnu,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
the
the
Supreme
Supreme
Personality of
Personality
Godhead.
of Godhead.
Mataji, kindly read the purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. One can offer prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly, but if one repeats the prayers offered by great devotees Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, or if one follows in the footsteps of great personalities, one can please the Supreme Personality of Godhead very easily. For instance, we sometimes chant this mantra of Brahma Samhita 5.29. चिन्तामणि प्रकरसद्मसु कल्पवृक्षा लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तं लक्ष्मीसहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor, who is tending the cows, yielding all desires in abodes built with spiritual gems and surrounded by millions of purpose trees. He is always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis. Because this prayer was offered by Lord Brahma, we follow him by reciting this prayer. That is the easiest way to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The pure devotee never attempts to reach the Supreme Lord directly. The most important way to worship the Lord is to go through the disciplic succession of devotees. The prayers offered by Lord Shiva to the Supreme Personality of Godhead were thus repeated by the Prachetas, who were thus very successful in pleasing the Supreme Lord. Here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is described as Puranjana. According to Madhvacharya, the living entity is called Puranjana because he has become an inhabitant of this material world, and under the influence of the three modes of material nature, he is forced to live within it. The Supreme Personality of Godhead creates this material world, Pura, and he also enters within it. Andantarastha paramanuchayantarastam. The Lord enters within the heart of the living entity and within the atom. Therefore, both the living entity and the Lord are called Puranjana. One Puranjana, the living entity, is subordinate to the Supreme Puranjana. Therefore, the duty of the subordinate Puranjana is to satisfy the Supreme Puranjana. That is devotional service. Lord Rudra or Lord Shiva is the original Acharya of the Vaishnava Sampradaya called the Rudra Sampradaya. Rudra Gitena indicates that under the disciplic succession of Lord Rudra, the Prachetas achieved spiritual success. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutpadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathan Nitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitanscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय हो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Maitreya Uvacha
Maitreya Uvacha
Prachetaso Antar Uddho
Prachetaso Antarudho
Ur Adesha Karinaha
Pitur
Viduradeshakarinam
Adeshakarinaha
Jap Yagyena Tapasa
Jap Yagyena Tapasa
Ranjanam Atoshayan.
Puranjamatoshayan.
The great sage Maitreya said, the sons of King Prachin Barihi, known as the Prachetas, underwent severe austerities within the sea water to carry out the order of their father. By chanting and repeating the mantras given by Lord Shiva, they were able to satisfy Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Maitreya Uvacha. So, we have seen in the last chapter how Narada Muni instructed King Prachin Barihi through the story of, through whose story?
Puranjana.
King Puranjana. But after having heard the story of King Puranjana, what was the confession of King Prachin Bari? What did he confess? What did he confess?
He left the kingdom.
He renounced the fruitive activities he was performing and
No,
he
no.
took up.
What was the confession? The confession was that I have not understood. He told Narad Muni that in spite of you telling me the story of King Puranjana, I have not understood what you meant. Please tell me directly. So, in the last chapter, Narad Muni was directly preaching King Prachin Bari. Actually, that's the way devotees are guided. When you start your spiritual life and you see indirect method of instruction, sometimes it is annoying. I remember initially when things were not happening the way they should happen, and we were seeing the senior devotees of the temple not directly telling the other devotees but indirectly saying. So we would say, Prabhuji, why you are not saying directly? They would not reply. But now we understand actually the process is first to say indirectly, because devotees may feel bad. But if the devotee himself confesses that, okay, I am not able to understand what I am supposed to do, then direct preaching happens, because he has surrendered. Till Arjuna surrendered, Krishna did not do direct preaching. Direct preaching means you do this, you do this, you do this, here you are wrong, here you are right, will happen only when there is surrender bhava in the heart. Otherwise, it will lead to conflict. Nobody likes to be instructed. Correct, no? Because Krishna is independent, so we are also trying to imitate and we are also trying to be independent in our thought, and we don't like to be instructed. But if we surrender, then we like instructions. So Prachin Barihi was instructed directly by Narad Muni, and now after that is done, Shri Radha Govinda Bhagavan ki jai, Shri Gaura ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. तो जी कैसे कर सकते हैं उसको थोड़ा पीछे करेंगे, थोड़ा दर्शन हो जाएगा ठीक से कैमरा को. हाँ ठीक है.
Prabhu, your audio is also low little bit. Hare Krishna.
Okay, 1 minute. Audio is low. Actually today I am using a very low end laptop. You are used to flying in Kingfisher, so you will not like Indigo. ये रहा. तेज बोल दूँ. Oh, sorry. माता जी भी नहीं सुन पा रहे हैं. Sorry, my fault. Temple devotees ही नहीं सुन पा रहे. Okay. So in this chapter now, after Prachin Bari was instructed, suddenly Vidura asks, what happened to Prachetas? Who are Prachetas? Prachetas are the son of Prachin Bari. How many of them are there? How many Prachetas are there?
10 Prachetas, Prabhuji.
10. He said, what happened after Lord Shiva instructed them? Because they didn't go specifically to him. Lord Shiva saw them and took mercy and started to instruct them. And we also discussed in our few previous classes how instances from the scriptures reveal that devotees are merciful and they preach on their own. And a few instances were taken, like Narad Muni so many times instructing so many persons and delivering them. So Vidura was now keen to know what happened after the instruction. And now this shloka says, Maitreya answering that. And he's saying that after hearing Lord Shiva, they underwent severe austerities. Prabhupada, I think in this verse or last verse says that Lord Shiva is one of the greatest demigods, like that he's saying. And demigods means they're accepting somebody as their boss. And Lord Shiva here has taken mercy on the Prachetas and told them about Lord Vishnu. And just by hearing that, for 10,000 years the Prachetas underwent austerity within the seawater. Very good. We cannot do that. So nothing much of a muchness. But what is important, or what is the key takeaway in this shloka for us is, by chanting and repeating the mantras given by Lord Shiva. That is the key takeaway. Prabhupada is explaining in the purport, we can offer our prayers directly, but if one repeats the prayers, then he follows in the footsteps, and that Supreme Personality gets pleased very easily. And that is also a direct instruction of our acharyas. Satovrite. Which shloka is that? Yeah. Anybody online wants to chant that shloka? Satovrite. Nobody knows? Prabhuji, you want to chant? Okay. बता दिए. Thank you, Prabhuji. So one of our Russian Prabhuji is here. He is chanting the shloka. Utsaha nishcha dhairya tat tat karma pravartana. Sangatyagat satovritte. Satovritte means what? Satovritte means following the footsteps of the great personalities. See, it is not very difficult for us to understand this point. Let's say you want to get a big order for your business, and that depends on a big personality, a big businessman. You want to approach him. What you try to do? You don't approach him directly. You try to find out his friends who can influence him. And once you've reached a friend, that friend, you tell him, how can I please that person? He says he likes pav bhaji very much. You ask your wife to cook pav bhaji and give him pav bhaji. So he brings, or noodles, Mataji is saying, okay, noodles. So you try to find out from a person who is close to that, close to him, and then try to please him through what he has instructed. Which means he is already, maybe he is in that position because his wife also fed him pav bhaji or noodles, and now he is saying, you also do the same. Simple, no? So nothing much of a muchness. So why to apply mind? Shastras is giving us good solution, saying you can do it directly, but what's the point? Better you follow in the footsteps of great personalities and offer the same ditto prayers that you are doing, that the great personalities offered, you also offer the same. And then Prabhupada is giving one example of how we can offer a prayer which was offered by Brahmaji. Because the thing is, these are tried and tested. This will not fail. Our prayers directly offered may fail, because it depends on the state of consciousness we are in. For example, the first thing that we go to the temple, and what do we say? Krishna, thoda theek kar dijiye kuch. Immediately we start asking. Correct, no, Mataji? Huh? Earlier. Mataji is saying earlier. So the consciousness has evolved. Mataji's consciousness has evolved. Immediately we start asking, क्या भगवान क्या कर रहे हैं, कुछ तो कर दीजिए. But see, great devotees never ask, they glorify. See this shloka, glorifying. We are never in the habit of glorifying. We only ask. So better we don't try directly, we follow in the footsteps, and then we offer the same prayers as offered by great devotees. And that is why we have seen many devotees have started to now by heart and memorize great prayers. This is the easiest way to satisfy the Supreme Personality of God. Because once, see, it cannot happen that a prayer which has satisfied Supreme Personality once will not satisfy him the other time. No. If you offer the same prayer, he will again be happy. And as a Prabhupada is again instructing that important to follow the disciplic succession. You cannot try to reach God directly. Puranjana, one more point Prabhupada is discussing, Puranjana. Puranjana, the meaning is, so Prabhupada is quoting Madhvacharya saying that Puranjana actually refers to jivas, inhabitant of the material world. So we are all Puranjana. So why Krishna is also called Puranjana? See, like Krishna, Brahmaji says what? Ishwarha Paramaha Krishna. Param Ishwar is Krishna. But Ishwar can be anyone, no? Ishwar means controller. So a man can be an Ishwar for his family, controller for his family. But Param Ishwar is only Krishna. So that is why here it is said that Puranjana is Jiva, but Param Puranjana is Krishna. And why he is called by that name? Because he enters every atom. Everywhere Krishna is present. Very good. And Prabhupada has taken the opportunity to also tell us about the Rudra Sampradaya. He is saying the Rudra Gita is the teaching of Rudra Sampradaya, following which Prachetas achieved spiritual success. So we can understand, but see one more thing. He is saying Lord Shiva is the original Acharya of the Vaishnava Sampradaya. He is the original Acharya. So there are 4 Sampradayas, but Prabhupada is explaining that actually the Prachetas followed the Rudra Sampradaya to get spiritual success. Very nice. Let's read the next verse. At the end of 10,000 years of austerity performed by the Prachetas, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to reward their austerities, appeared before them in his very pleasing form. This appealed to the Prachetas and satisfied the labor of their austerities. Yes, Mataji, please read the purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Purport. Performing 10,000 years of severe austerities does not seem a happy endeavor. Yet, the devotees, the serious students of spiritual life, undergo such austerities to attain the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At that time, when the duration of life was very long, people could undergo severe austerities for thousands of years. It is said that Valmiki, the author of Ramayana, underwent meditational austerities for 60,000 years. The Supreme Personality of Godhead appreciated the austerities undergone by the Prachetas, and he finally appeared before them in a pleasing form. Thus, they all became satisfied and forgot the austerities they underwent. In the material world, if one is successful after hard labor, he is very pleased. Similarly, the devotee forgets all his labors and austerities as soon as he contacts the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although Dhruva Maharaj was only a 5-year-old boy, he underwent severe austerities by eating simply dry foliage, drinking only water, and taking no food. In this way, after 6 months, he was able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. When he saw the Lord, he forgot all his austerities and said, Swamin Kruthartosmi, my dear Lord, I am very pleased. Of course, these austerities were performed in the Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Treta Yuga, but not in this age of Kali. In this Kali Yuga, one can attain the same result simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because the people of this age are fallen, the Lord is kind enough to give them the easiest method. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can attain the same results. However, as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu points out, we are so unfortunate that we are not even attracted to chanting the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
So very nice. After 10,000 years, Prachetas could see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face in his very pleasing form. And what is his pleasing form? Sham Sundar form. How many hands?
Sham Sundar form.
2 hands.
Two-handed.
Two-handed.
Very nice. So in his pleasing form, Krishna appeared. Very nice. Now, what do we have to do with this? Huh, Prabhuji? So what do we have to do? Prabhupada is explaining, okay fine, 10,000 years, वाल्मीकि नहीं, भगवान का दर्शन ज़्यादा जरूरी है ना प्रभु जी. Okay, see, you can see Krishna in his pleasing form, no? In the background, 2 hands. Radha Rani is half seen, is it? थोड़ा सा और इधर कर दीजिए. मैं घुमा दूं क्या कुछ? क्या कर रहे हैं समझ नहीं आ रहा. हाँ ठीक है. ओके, छोड़ दीजिए उसको, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. हाँ, यस, थैंक यू प्रभु जी. And Valmiki underwent austerity for 60,000 years. See, it is said that there is a way of pleasing the master. If you want to please Lord Shiva, what you have to do? Lord Shiva? Huh? शिव जी को प्रसन्न करने के लिए क्या करते हैं? जल चढ़ाते हैं और बेलपत्र चढ़ाते हैं, उससे शिव जी खुश हो जाते हैं ना। पूरे सावन महीने में पीपल ऑफर वाटर एंड बेलपत्र टू प्लीज विष्णु। डू यू ऑफर वाटर? Tulsi leaves. Oh, so we offer tulsi leaves and Vishnu will be pleased. So who did that?
Advaitacharya.
Advaitacharya did. So that is one process Mataji is suggesting we can do. We can offer tulsi and will be delivered. But we have to do satovritte, what the great acharyas told us. So somehow Advaitacharya offered tulsi leaves and Krishna could appear, but maybe if we do that, he may not appear. Krishna is pleased by austerity. Shivji is pleased by offering water and belpatra. Krishna is pleased by austerity. That is the formula. Button daba dijiye. Now how to do austerity? So in Satyuga, people did austerity by meditation, like 10,000 years, 20,000 years, 30,000 years, 40,000, 50,000 years. First of all, we do not live so long to do. Even if we would have lived so long, we would not have been able to do it. Not everybody can do. So each yuga has its own way of pleasing the Lord. That's why Prabhupada is saying that was possible in Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga. But for us, not possible. So Kali Yuga, still you have to do austerities to please Krishna. Now one is chanting. Now let's hear from all the devotees. In our spiritual life, when we are trying to please Krishna, what austerities are we undertaking, or whatever we are undertaking, can we call them austerities? What is austerity? Because generally when we hear the word austerity, we mean this only, कुछ खाना नहीं है, कुछ पीना नहीं है, अपना शरीर को सुखा लेना है ना, एंड एक पैर पे खड़ा होना है. कुंभ में आप देखते हैं ना, एक हाथ खड़ा है, एक बाबा का 30 साल से खड़ा है, उसका हाथ नीचे नहीं कर रहा है, नखून नहीं काट रहा है. So what is austerity for us in Kali Yuga, which we are practicing? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Austerity that we are following in Kali Yuga, I think it is probably the austerity suggested by Narada, Pancharatri, this thing, because Srila Prabhupada has also described the same.
No,
and
that's
whatever
understood. You give instances, Prabhu. Principle is understood.
Chanting, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Give us examples. Yeah.
Chanting, serving,
in all this,
Lala ki seva karna bhi austerity hai.
Prabhuji, to follow 4 regulative principles, Prabhu.
Okay, let's take one by one. To follow the 4 regulative principles, Prabhuji is saying is austerity. Mataji said to chant is austerity. Okay, more?
Prasada to Krishna is also an austerity in current scenario.
What Prabhu, come again?
To offer the food, that is prasadam, what we are making.
Offering bhoga to Krishna is austerity. Okay.
Correct.
Doing Ekadashi and fasting.
Fasting Ekadashi.
Fasting on Ekadashi is austerity. Very nice. Or
attending Mangala Aarti in the morning.
Attending Mangala Aarti in the morning is austerity. Very nice.
Reading the scriptures regularly is also the austerity.
Reading the scriptures is austerity. Very nice.
Preaching
Devotional service.
Preaching
Serving the
Prabhu.
devotees.
Oh,
Serving devotees.
okay. Serving devotees is austerity. Mataji is saying trying to get the association of devotees is austerity.
Preaching.
Nice. Preaching is austerity. Okay.
Chanting.
Book distribution. Okay. Our devotee is saying the biggest austerity is book distribution according to Prabhupada. Okay.
Hearing Bhagavatam.
Huh?
Hearing Bhagavatam SEVA.
Hearing Bhagavatam is austerity. Okay.
To convert the non-devotee into devotee by bringing on this platform is also an austerity.
To convert a non-devotee to a devotee is also austerity. Very nice.
Yes, keeping Krishna at the center.
Huh?
Keeping Krishna at the center and evolving all day-to-day activities.
Keeping Krishna at the center of our life is austerity. Okay, I think we have got enough instances.
Prabhuji, one minute. Any activity which gives some difficulty to our body, physical body, is a austerity.
Only body or mind also?
Or mind, all mind and body.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Any activity that gives difficulty to the mind and body is called austerity. Now, if you see the kind of activities we have listed, if you will tell those activities to a person of Satyuga, Treta Yuga, he will laugh at us. He's saying क्या भगवान का नाम लेना वो तपस्या बोल रहे हैं, भगवान को भोग लगाना तपस्या बोल रहे हैं, बुक पढ़ना तपस्या बोल रहे हैं, बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना को तपस्या बोल रहे हैं, साधुओं के साथ रहने को तपस्या बोल रहे हैं. But actually, see what are the characteristics of a human being in Kali Yuga? First canto, first chapter. What are the characteristics of a human being in Kali Yuga? Please tell.
युगे जनः बद्धसुबद्धगतयो बद्धभाग्या उपादितः.
Very nice. Adi Gopesh Prabhu, once again slowly. So nice to hear you after so long.
प्रायेण अल्पायुषा सभ्यः कलौ अस्मिन् युगे जनः बद्धसुबद्धगतयो बद्धभाग्या उपादितः.
Jai, Prabhuji, once please explain the word meaning so that we can all understand nicely.
That word to word meaning, I'll try, Prabhuji.
So
Prayena Alpayusha Samyat. That in Kali Yuga, the lifespan is short.
Very nice.
Kalau Asmin Yuge Jalaha. Probably I'll try. I'm not able to recall the exact meaning.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Take your time.
So, like, yeah.
Yeah. So age is less. Then after that.
Prayena Alpayusha Kalau Banda Subanda Gatayo. That we don't have the remembrance is not so good. And Banda Subanda Gatayo, Banda Bhagya Upaditaha. We don't have good fortune.
Okay.
This is what I'm able to try to remember.
Fine. Anybody
By
else
grace
wants to
of
attempt
Prabhupada,
word
we
by
have
word?
good fortune.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
They're very quarrelsome in the Kali Yuga. People are very quarrelsome.
Lazy.
Always disturbed.
Yeah,
Always
age
disturbed.
will be very
Lazy.
small.
Okay, thank you. I think we have got the keywords. We are lazy. We are quarrelsome. Our age is less. We are disturbed. And we are less fortunate. Always disturbed. Now, in the backdrop of such beautiful adjectives that have been used for us, our qualities, lazy people. Okay? It's not being said for your neighbor. It's said for ourselves. We are lazy. We are quarrelsome. We are very disturbed, our age is less, and our luck is diminishing. With all these keeping in mind, whatever we said is actually austerity. Correct, no? In our laziness, if you are able to get up at 3:30 or 4 in the morning, that is austerity. If in our laziness, you are able to regularly, with a clean state of, with a clean state of your body, and mind, you are able to you are able to cook for the Lord and offer. That is austerity.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
With our quarreling nature, we are able to long for the association of devotees. That is austerity. So, yes, Prabhuji will hear you. So, all these activities that you listed is actually austerity for Kali Yuga. And that is what our acharyas have told us to do. They have not told us do meditation. They have not told us do this, do that. They just well, do this, do chanting, get up in the morning, attend Mangalarti, do book distribution, take the association of devotees, do Vaishnava Seva, etc., etc., etc. So these are the austerities we must do to please Krishna. Krishna and Vishnu are pleased only through austerity, nothing else. And that's the path we have chosen to walk on. Otherwise, you can try to please Lord Brahma, you can try to please Lord Shiva. You have different paths. But if you have decided to please Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you cannot but undertake austerity. You cannot say, no, I will not. But see what happens. I will show you shloka number 2. In the purport, Prabhupada has written something very nice, which will give us comfort. Because whenever we say austerity, we feel bad. See, Prabhupada is saying here, yeah.
Hare Krishna.
One moment, Mataji. Sometimes, from read Mataji, from here,
Hare Krishna. Sometimes devotees desire to enjoy material happiness also. Therefore, by the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the devotee is given a chance to enjoy the material world before his final entrance into the spiritual world.
Stop, Mataji. Let's hear that. Sometimes devotees desire to enjoy material happiness also. Every time. So austerity and enjoyment sometimes are conflicting, no? Because austerity में तो कोई enjoyment नहीं है. प्रभु जी ने बोला, मुरलीधर भाटिया प्रभु ने कहा, जहाँ अपने मन को और शरीर को कष्ट है वो ऑस्टेरिटी है, और एंजॉयमेंट तो शरीर और मन का तुष्टि है, कष्ट नहीं है. सो हाउ कैन बी हैंड इन हैंड? बिकॉज देखिए, दिस आर वेरी वेरी सिंपल थिंग, एवरीबडी नोज, बट हाउ टू पुट इन लाइफ इज द ग्रेट डिफिकल्टी. So Prabhupada is saying devotees desire to enjoy material happiness. So he is not dejecting. He is saying therefore, by the arrangement of the Godhead, devotee is given a chance to enjoy the material world. Actually, we are getting chance to enjoy material world. As a devotee, tell me one thing which you are not enjoying. We are enjoying everything. Pizza also we are enjoying. In fact, we are enjoying better pizza than the karmis. वो आप दुकान में जाएंगे ना, आपको वो बासी पिज़्ज़ा भी खिला सकते हैं, पर यहाँ पे आपको डिवोटी, प्रभु जी ये गरम वाला लीजिए, आप गरम वाला लीजिए. हाँ, करेक्ट नो? एंजॉइंग मोर देन अ कर्मी विल एंजॉय. समुद्र में पहले जाते थे स्विमिंग करने, अभी बोलते हैं समुद्र देव को प्रणाम करके घुस जाते हैं. स्टिल एंजॉइंग. बस खाली पहले प्रणाम करते समुद्र देवता, पहले वो देवता वाला भाव नहीं था, वही देवता वाला भाव है, और फिर बहाना खोज रहे हैं. जैसे अभी वराह द्वादशी के दिन बोले, अरे वो वराह देव ने निकाला था पृथ्वी को, चलो समुद्र में नहाने चलो. हम भी कुछ निकालते हैं, ठीक है? तो ओनली दे आर ऑल्सो एंजॉइंग, बट देन दे आर ऑल्सो कॉलिंग देम डिवोटीज. द थिंग इज, Prabhupada has said, let's dovetail our inclination to enjoy with Krishna. Let's dovetail. चलिए कुछ चिपका दीजिए, पीछे पूंछ की तरह चिपका दीजिए. Otherwise, it is not possible for us. Literally not possible for us. Why I am saying? Because all the great acharyas have said, even one pure devotee, if we are able to make through this mission, our mission is successful. Even one devotee. So where are we? Nowhere. But at least it's an attempt. It's an attempt. Being lazy, being quarrelsome, being less lucky, being alpa ayush, being disturbed. If you are still trying to do something, it is better. क्या कहते हैं? अंधा मामा से काना मामा अच्छा. A one-eyed person is better than a blind person. So let's do that. What's the harm? So by the arrangement of the Lord, the devotee is given a chance to enjoy the material world before his final entrance into the spiritual world. So you will get entry through the mercy of our acharyas, the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, but still you are given a chance to enjoy. So what happens? How? Sometimes a devotee is transferred to Janaloka, Maharloka, Tapaloka, Siddhaloka and so on. So, okay, jaiye, enjoy kariye. However, a pure devotee never aspires for any kind of material happiness. That is not the case with us. A pure devotee is consequently transferred directly to Vaikuntha Loka. So pure devotee होंगे तो direct वैकुंठ में चले जाएंगे, और जो pure नहीं है वो step by step Janaloka, Maharloka, Tapaloka, Siddhaloka में जाएंगे. धीरे धीरे they will keep on reducing their desires, they will keep on reducing even an iota of their desire to enjoy, and then they can enter Vaikuntha. Okay? So gives us some comfort, because austerity is very difficult, no? See, actually, if you see, I remember the days I was in job, and the department I was working for was called Corporate Planning Department, and it was doing 5-year rolling plan for the company. And there were senior managers, because this plan was going on for 2-3 months, and generally people would go home at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and come back again at 9 or 10 for 3 months. And I was also part of the team. People would take Crocin regularly for 1 month. When I have seen personally, because they are having fever, they are weak, every day they will eat Crocin and still work. So much rasa was there. Personally, me and my team member were sleeping on the carpets in the conference room. So 10 minutes, 20 minutes मिला है, थोड़ा सो जाते हैं. अभी क्या है? नहीं, कल हम 11 बजे आए हैं रात को बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन से, मंगल आरती हरे कृष्णा. करेक्ट ना प्रभु? So we are actually enjoying more than a karmi. Correct no प्रभु? Yes sir. Or generally, if you don't see, this is for me. Don't think I'm saying to anyone. For me also. So many times I am also missing Mangal Aartis. For the slightest of reason, we will miss Mangal Aarti. Prabhu ji, thoda bukhar lag raha hai. See, sometimes I feel devotees get more sick than karmis. And they will not take medicines also. Because they want to stay sick for 2-3 days. so that aaram mil jaye. So actually, what is happening, karmis are working harder, but they are working for nothing. At least devotees, whatever. So Prabhuji was telling me yesterday that in corporate world, people want others not to work or work less. I can get all the work and I'll be highlighted, I'll get promotion, I'll get bonus. In spiritual life, opposite happens. क्या मैं इतना कर रहा हूँ, कम से कम उतना तो करे. मेरे से ज़्यादा उसको करना चाहिए, पर जितना मैं कर रहा हूँ कम से कम उतना तो करे. We become opposite because हमारे बैंक अकाउंट में पैसे नहीं आ रहे हैं, सैलरी नहीं बढ़ रही है. We are not able to see the benefit, but the real benefit is accruing, which we don't understand. Yeah. So
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, just one thought. Austerity, as we were talking about, is basically some kind of a sacrifice or an experience of a bit of hardship in the initial stages. But don't we think over a period of time it is like a realization of higher taste?
Absolutely. Very nice, Prabhuji. And in fact, that is the reason people continue, no? See, in Satguna, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that it's like taking poison in the beginning, but becoming Amrit towards the end. Rajoguna is, towards the beginning it is Amrita, towards the end it becomes poison. And Tamoguna is poison. So that is Satoguna, because we are all trying to enter the mode of Satoguna and we are voluntarily trying to take these pains, and towards the end it results in Amrita. Yeah. That's why the people who are attending Mangal Aarti for 30 years continuously without missing.
True.
His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, I think. So many, daily they attended. And Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj wanted to do the Aarti himself. And I'm sure you are aware that he was lying sick on the bed and people were seeing his hand moving. Mansik Aarti is doing. So because the initial trouble has now become Amrita for him. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, I wanted to give one sentence definition for austerity. Like, see, we have listed out all these things which are independently, that reading scriptures, etc., etc. But engaging all your senses for the pleasure of Krishna in today's time, that is in the Kali Yuga, I think that is the most severe austerity. Am I right,
Very
Prabhuji?
nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. So Prabhuji is giving a definition of austerity.
In one sentence.
I would say it's a process, not the definition. The definition is whatever is giving you pain in the mind and body, and the process is Rishikena Rishikesha Sevana. The process is to engage your mind and body in the service of Krishna. But I think everyone is right, nobody is wrong. Okay, I think we can, yeah. So here, Prabhupada is saying in this purport that this austerity was performed in Satyuga, Dwapara and Treta, but in the age of Kali, simply by chanting Hare Krishna, you can be delivered. So people can argue that then we only chant Hare Krishna. What is the importance of attending Mangal Aarti or book distribution? Correct, no? Why? Prabhuji, you were saying, no? Prabhupada said book distribution is the biggest austerity. But here Prabhupada is saying chanting is the biggest austerity. So kya kare? How do we understand? See, sometimes we will find conflicting instructions of Prabhupada. It is not conflicting. We think it is conflicting. Like Prabhuji read somewhere that big distribution is the biggest austerity. Even you don't need to attend Mangal Aarti. That's what I have not read, but Prabhuji is saying. Here Prabhupada is saying, simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, things are done. You don't need to do anything. Somewhere Prabhupada is saying, what? Chanting, dancing, Krishna Prasada, and you are delivered. Correct? So, different instructions which looks like conflicting. So, how do we merge them all together and understand in a very understandable way? How do we know? How do we understand this? Is it conflicting or our understanding is not proper?
It is not conflicting, Prabhuji, because our understanding, I think it requires some kind of, just tuning up for that. Because what happens, Prabhupada has given these different things for different people. Like now book selling may be a tough job for some people. So that for difficult, every person cannot do that. So for those who, to make it more easier, this chanting process, this reading process, this hearing process is the easier one. And the purpose is same for all these things. So I think I could take it that way.
So Prabhuji is saying different people will do different things. So chanting also, if it is difficult for me, I will not do, and book distribution is easy for me, I can do. Is that also right?
So it differs from person to person, no?
No, person to person means chanting is also optional. That is what you are saying?
No, it's not optional. See, whatever activities one is doing, see, everybody has got some strength and everybody has got some weakness. So one has to identify the strength, that what strength he is having, and then accordingly he can act.
Deen Ashraya Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. They are in fact different approaches to achieve the same goal. This is my comprehension.
Different approaches to achieve the same goal. So one approach is chant, one approach is distribute book, one approach is attend Mangal Aarti, like that? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. You are saying yes, okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Then that is not a
जाना पड़ेगा
austerity.
गोवर्धन और कोई बोलना चाहता है one more we will hear.
This could have been spoken at a particular situation or a circumstances.
Uttama Bhakta differences, no? Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama Bhakta differences.
So Uttama need not chant. Uttama can just sit and eat prasada.
So they can do everything. No, Kanishta Bhakta, they can start with chanting.
And then when they become Madhyama and Uttama, they stop chanting?
No, Prabhuji, they can do everything, no? That time they will be engaged in everything and they will engage fully in Krishna consciousness.
Okay, fine. See, let's, we
Prabhuji,
don't have much.
if-
Okay,
if
one more devotee will hear, yeah.
Prabhuji, if everyone wants to do austerity as per his own will, then that is not austerity, because unless you have some difficulty, then only you can do austerity. And then
So nice insights Muralidhar Bhatia Prabhu is giving. If everybody wants to do austerity as per their own will, then that is not austerity. अगर आप अपने मन के हिसाब से तपस्या करना चाहते हैं तो खाक तपस्या है क्या? तो तपस्या ही नहीं है. तपस्या मतलब जो मन के खिलाफ है. Correct ना? Thank you.
And one more thing.
Wonderful insight. Yes.
We all are in Kali Yuga, Prabhuji. Yuga Dharma we have to follow,
You have
whoever
to
it
follow.
might
Very
be.
nice. Thank you, Mataji. We'll conclude this because we are short of time. See, when Prabhupada is saying, chant Hare Krishna mantra and you'll be delivered. When you are chanting, see, okay, how did we all come into Krishna consciousness? Who said? What was the basic instruction? Chant, 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 chant. That was the basic instruction. Whether you are reading book or you are attending ISKCON Aarti or you are eating prasada, the main objective of the person who was guiding you was, आपने माला करी, आपने माला करी, आपने माला करी. That is the objective. माला करके क्या है? माला करके, then that realization starts coming and you start engaging in services which are austere. Like example, Bhagwan se judne ke there are so many rasas. The dasya bhav is common across all. Whether you are sakha, whether madhurya, whether vatsalya, whether shanta, dasya bhav is common. Service is common. So whatever austerity we are undertaking, the basic is to chant. That will give you the realization to serve. Otherwise, how will you do austerity? How will you do austerity? If there is no realization, and realization will come only by chanting the name of the Lord, you will not be engaged yourself. You will not be able to engage yourself in austerities. Book distribution, for example, people are so much standing in the sun. They are not eating. Prashada ka kuch pata nahi hai. So many things they have to hear. Why? Because they are chanting that they are getting the strength to do austerity. So chanting is common across all. So that is why Prabhupada is saying, if you chant, you will be delivered, because you will get inspiration from Paramatma in your heart, what to do, what is the service you want to engage yourself in, to undertake austerities. Okay? I think with that we will end the discussion today, and anybody wants to add anything or have any questions, please feel free. Yes, Hare Krishna. Dinashar Prabhu,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
Can I tell one thing? Actually, Lord Shiva is continuously chanting now. So all the pure devotees are chanting, and he is Vaishnavanam Yada Shambho. So he is also chanting. So chanting is continuing, even in the spiritual world or in the material world, everywhere. So chanting is must now.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Chanting is must, and that is why whenever we get instructions from Prabhupada, like book distribution are the most important, attending Mangala, attending sadhana program is the most important, or you should only eat prasada. It's not conflicting. It's not conflicting. Yeah. It's
And
all
Prabhupada clearly says, chant and be happy.
chant and be happy.
And
And
Prabhuji, we
chant.
cannot continue chanting only for 24 hours. That is the reason why Prabhupada has mentioned that there are so many options available to engage in. You have to absorb in your mind in Lord Krishna's continuous meditation.
But 16 is a must to reach human platform, human mentality.
Prabhuji, there are certain mandatory activities which have to be done. Apart from that, you can add on with the other activities to improve.
Very nice, very nice. I think overall the point is understood, and that austerity is important, and the
Prabhuji,
willingness.
Haridas Thakur's this thing, strength was just to do the regular round of japas, so he could finish 192. I think he was not doing anything else. He was just doing these japas only, 192 rounds every day.
He was also preaching, Prabhu. He was
No,
preaching after doing his 190.
No, one minute. Let's hear properly Mukesh Prabhu. Mukesh Prabhu is saying Haridas Thakur was not doing anything else. He was just chanting. So what?
So it is the basic, like this chanting is the basic of everything. I think it is the father of everything, or it is the mother of everything, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. So Prabhuji is also explaining. No, he's not suggesting that we should only chant. So Prabhuji explaining that engaging in austerity through the inspiration you get from chanting, like Goswamis. Goswamis were full day writing scriptures. Why? They could have just chanted and finished, but they were writing scriptures for our benefit. So austerity has to be, so what we are concluding was that today at least we understand that we keep on chanting, and we get somehow some small realization that we ourselves have to willingly undertake austerity to progress in the spiritual life. Otherwise, we have no hopes. Some hope is of course there.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Can we tell only by chanting we get the knowledge to do other service? We are provided with services. My personal experience is that, Prabhu. It's only through chanting you get more and more services. Otherwise, there is no purity to understand what is service also.
Absolutely.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Good to hear that it's your personal realization. Okay, thank you everyone. So we'll take leave now. Vancha kalptaru vasya kripa sindhu vacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo ananta koti vaishnavrind ki jai.
Jai Ho.
Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Rama. Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Ram Ram Jayanti ki happy Parmahan. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna.
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare.
Rama. Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram.
Govinda ki jai. Sach Gaura ki jai. Shri Prabhu.
Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama.